Hey y'all. Y'all gonna get me in a raw form today. I was like, I'm gonna do my hair. I don't feel like it. But I want to come on here and do a live with you guys. We haven't done a live in a minute. I'm gonna cook in the process. I'm gonna cook in the process. Cook in the process. Hey y'all. It's gonna be bonnet day. Okay. In my sleeping clothes. I am comfy. I've been asleep for the last 2 days. I swear. I've been knocked out cold. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. So, hey. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey, guys. How are you? How are you? So, as everybody come in, today is going to be a chill day for us. We just going to talk. We're just going to talk. Like, we're just going to talk, y'all. Nothing to, no pressure, no anything like that. We're just going to talk to each other. Hey, we're just going to talk to each other. Feel like y'all at my house chilling. That's what we're doing. I'm about to cook dinner because I ain't been the best parent for the last 2 days. I've been asleep. I've been asleep, y'all. That's what I've been doing. My sister's been knocked out cold. I've been asleep. But for anybody, this is your first time being on the live, welcome to the Lives with Belize. So how the lives work is you have the opportunity to ask me any question you want to ask. It's like we're doing FaceTime, okay? So you get to ask me whatever you want to ask me. This is a safe place, so don't feel like, oh my God, I can't say anything. No, you can ask whatever you want to ask. I'm going to answer your question the best way I can. If I see fit that we need to talk like offline, then I will tell you what to do pertaining to that. But I'm going to try my best to answer all y'all questions or concerns here. I don't know how long we're going to be on, so don't feel like pressure. If you got to go, you got to go. But you can ask whatever you want to ask. So you guys can start gearing up and deciding what y'all want to ask. So y'all can start getting y'all fingers all tapping and start asking questions. Don't feel like any question is a dumb question. No question is a dumb question. If you don't ask it, that's the problem. So please ask whatever you want to ask. On top of that, guys, just some updates. So y'all know, recently y'all been seeing every Tuesday and Thursday, I have an educational video. I hope you guys enjoyed the disclosing series. The next series that's coming up is the outbreak series. So I'm going to have a bunch of videos about outbreaks, things of that nature. So look out for that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Will be coming. So on top of that, make sure if you are in Houston or if you're in New York or if you're in those surrounding areas or just want to travel to those areas, I will be there for the tour. Hey, I'll be there for the tour. So make sure you guys get your tickets. That information will be below as well. You can find that so you can grab your ticket for the tour. On top of that, guys, I know a lot of you guys always like inbox me or ask me pertaining to outbreaks. What products should I use? Any books that I can read? People ask me about lubricant. People ask me about dental dams. I created an Amazon store for that, so you guys can get that information. That information will be below as well, or bit/Belize Spivey, all lower caps. You can go there and all those products will be there. So all the good products, guys, I don't scout it. Everybody done told me all the good stuff. So all the good stuff is in there. The only thing I need to add is some boric acid. I know I want to add lysine and a couple of other things because I know many of us deal with the same things all the time and we don't know where to go to get it. So I always like to be kind of the go-to person pertaining to giving you products, so it makes it easy on you guys than you guys feeling like, oh my God, I gotta ask all these groups, or I feel like I gotta ask her all the time. It's fine. I'm all down for it. I'm going to answer your question, but I always want to make it very simple for you guys as well, where you can go there all the time if you need it, or if you want to share with a friend or whatever. You're like, hey girl, go here. You can get whatever you need. So go right ahead, guys. Y'all can ask whatever y'all want to ask, okay? The floor is you guys. I kind of just want to give y'all update on what's going on right now. So, and while y'all do that, I'm gonna start cutting up this broccoli. I'm about to make broccoli and salmon. Hey, welcome. Y'all can ask whatever y'all want to ask. Your floor is yours. I'm all down for questions. I do want to know what y'all felt about the disclosure series. Did y'all like it? Did y'all think it was missing something? Did y'all have more questions after watching the series? Was it what you expected? Kind of tell me what y'all felt about that. I would like to know y'all feedback on the series, because I kind of want to do things like that where y'all get a lot of information consistently, because a lot of my videos are older videos, and a lot of my videos are a lot of information. I'll learn more information since then. I used to do a lot of lives last year, and you'll have to dang near watch the whole live to get some information that you need, and I don't want that to be the case all the time, especially when you're really looking for information. So I do want to have more series or areas where we just have a lot of information all at once. Okay, so you have a question. Let's see. What's the difference between herpes simplex and complex? Is fever blisters herpes or form of herpes? It's no difference. Herpes simplex virus is herpes. I don't know where you get complex from, but herpes simplex virus is herpes. Cold sores and fever blisters is a symptom of herpes simplex virus. Typically, that'll be oral. I'm not going to say type 1, because type 1 and type 2 are they the same thing. It don't make a difference. It's just location. Where did you get complex from? It's herpes simplex virus. But no, it's no different. It's just cold sores is a symptom of oral outbreak. Good question, though. Really good question. Did they answer you? Did they answer your question? Any other questions, guys? Don't be scared. This broccoli making me nervous. This broccoli looks funny. I don't think I'm gonna cook this. It looks cold. Okay, you said a doctor said something. A doctor told me when I get a cold sore that it's herpes simplex on my nose. Herpes simplex virus is the same that you get genital or oral. Yes, you can get it on your nose too. Well, herpes simplex virus, which is type 1 or type 2, can be on your nose. It can be on your cheek. It can be on your chin. It can be inside your mouth. It can be in your genital area. It can be on some people's hands, but they don't call it herpes simplex. Well, it's a form of herpes simplex virus. Some people can get it on their hands. Okay? So your doctor didn't tell you the story. They told you the truth. That's true. Yeah, that happens. That's what gets people sometimes, because they be on their nose or their chin or their cheek, and they don't think it's herpes, but it is. It is, guys. It is. I had to throw that broccoli away. It looks so funny, y'all. Okay. Is it wrong to feel as if you want to make a change in the world to make people less ignorant about herpes, even when others are telling you no? Yeah, I mean, people told me not to do it. I mean, honestly, I want to tell you something. Stop worrying about what other people think. Because at the end of the day, you won't do shit. I'm going to tell you that. You won't do nothing. Somebody, if you want to go get a new job, people going to tell you don't get a new job. If you want to go change your hair color, they're going to tell you don't change your hair color, your hair fall out. So my whole thing is everybody going to have what they want to say. If you want to do this and you feel like you want to change, make a difference in the community or make a difference in your community, do what you want to do. Just know that backlash is coming. Take the backlash and just know what you're doing is way more important than taking the backlash. I get it all the time. I didn't really have backlash from friends. Friends super supportive. My mom was just like, oh, why did you want to talk about it? But my mom is super supportive now. People on my social media, I didn't really have problems with. They probably talked about me behind my back, but half of them get into my inbox asking for help later down the line. I have more problems on YouTube because random people want to say stuff, but you don't know me, but half of them need me. So you just got to learn how to just not worry about what people think and focus on the mission. The mission is to help people become educated. And in the midst of that, you're going to have a lot of ignorant people try to tell you not to do something in the process. So just do it anyway and live your life. It's your life. You want to make a difference, make a difference. If that's the case, is every person who wanted to make a difference in life never did it, we wouldn't be where we are today. So I just say, literally push forward and do what you feel like doing and get around people who are going to support you. My close friend found out from her doctor, not the OBGYN, but they did a blood test, came back positive for genital herpes and STD. And then she went to the OBGYN and they told her that she has herpes, but didn't tell her about the STD. But she said she's believed it's a false negative. I'm confused. Okay, does she have genital herpes and an STD? I need some clarity. And what are you asking? What is a false negative or false positive? Which one? Because you're talking about two things at once. So the doctor, her primary doctor told her she had herpes and some type of STD. She go to an OBGYN, they just tell her she have herpes, but did not tell her about the STD. Now, if the primary doctor gave her medicine, which your private friend didn't tell you, if that doctor gave her medicine for that STD is not going to show up. It's been cleared up, so it's not going to show. If she end up taking the antibiotics or whatever that was given to her. So it won't show up if that's the case. I'm kind of like foreseeing what could have happened. That could have been a case where it's not going to show up again if she went to go get tested a little bit later and she's been taking a medicine. Okay, so it won't show up, but the herpes will still show up. You're welcome, sweetie. Without getting an outbreak, can you still pass the virus? Yes. The reason why is because herpes outbreaks and shedding, it's the exact same thing. You just have one that you see and you have one that you don't see. The only thing is the one that you see is way more contagious than the one you don't see. But the one that you don't see is the one that you don't know comes and goes. It comes and goes. You can't control it. Like, when I mean you can't control it, you don't know when it's happening. So I tell anybody when it comes to shedding, the best thing to do if you're getting into a relationship is to take antivirals will help with shedding or do olive leaf abstract. Apply. That's it. Those are the only two things you can do. Use protection. And if y'all choose not to use protection, make sure you're disclosing, which is way more important than anything. And go from there because it's not really much you can do about the shedding piece. But it's not an everyday thing. But you just don't know when you're doing it. But it's more important to focus on having a physical outbreak. Do not have sex when you're having a physical outbreak. Period. Now for my individuals who have herpes and like, well, we both have herpes. Can we have sex with an outbreak? Now, if that's what y'all want to do, that's cool. But the chances are you can pass it to another area. Many people don't think that can happen. Yes, you can. The virus is skin-to-skin contact. So just because y'all both are one is having a genital outbreak, you put your mouth down there, the chances are you can pass it to your mouth. So my whole thing, that's why it's important not to have sex when you're having an outbreak. You don't want to pass it to other parts of your body. It's skin-to-skin contact, guys. Yeah, it's fine. You have the virus. The virus ain't going to get worse. You're not going to have more outbreaks because that person have herpes, but you can pass it to another area because you're having sex with them during an active outbreak. So I strongly suggest don't do it. You can wait. Now, if they have if they're having an oral outbreak, just no kissing. Y'all can still do genital. If they having genital, then they gonna have to do oral to you, and that's it. They ain't much y'all can do. Only if it's a female, things like that. So, or hand jobs for that person, if that's the case, vice versa. So, it's still other things you can do in the process, but at the end of the day, I strongly suggest do not have sex when you have outbreaks, because you can pass it to other areas in the body. It's not a guarantee, but it's a higher chance. Okay. The primary told her she had STD and genital herpes, came back positive for both. But the OBGYN said she had herpes, but didn't show up what type of herpes. Okay, so my whole thing is, the thing about it is, who knows if the doctor, did he give her medicine? I don't know kind of what you're trying to ask me. My whole thing is, if it didn't show up, that doctor didn't test her for that. That's just that simple. The doctor didn't test her for that. And your friend surely did not tell that doctor that she had this other STD. If she did, then the doctor would have tested her for it. If he didn't test her for it, then it's not going to show up. It's only going to show up for the herpes. So from what the information you've given me, it sounded like that doctor, her primary doctor, I'm sure of, she had an STD, he gave her some medicine, and I'm sure she went to go take it. So he gave her some medicine, it won't show up. She went to go get tested again. The herpes, the only thing gonna show up because the STD is gone. And if she getting a blood test, depending on what blood test she got, it's not going to tell her what type it gave her. Her primary did a test that told her which one. Okay? Got it? Got it good. So it's very important that when you get a blood test, some just do an IgG or some people just do an IgM. They can do it for oral and genital, okay? If they don't do it for oral genital, if they just do, I'm going to do a blood test, and they don't really specify what location they kind of looking for, then it won't show up. Now, she ain't never have an outbreak. It can say she have genital herpes, and just because it say type 2 doesn't mean she have genital herpes. She can have oral outbreaks. Type 1 and type 2 don't matter, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all, it really don't make a difference, because it's all about the site that she contracted it. Whoever the site that the type that she got is from the person she had sex with. So that person could have performed oral sex and had it orally, or that person could have had genital intercourse with her and had it genitally. It really doesn't make a difference what type. It's about what site. So honestly, if she probably not having any outbreaks, then she'll have to just figure out what her site may be if she end up having an outbreak. And I want to tell you, it's not a guarantee that you'll ever have an outbreak. I want to kind of kill that like stigma or whatever, like, oh, I'm going to have an outbreak because I have herpes. No, you're not. Like, it's not a guarantee that you're going to have an outbreak. Most people don't. That's why many people don't even know they have herpes, because they never had an outbreak. What do olive leaf extract do? Great. Olive leaf extract helps with reducing shedding. Do you know some natural remedies to help treat outbreaks? So the things that you can do for that is, if you're talking about natural, do you mean no medicine, or are you talking about over the counter? Because most of the stuff is over the counter that you can use. So you can do baking soda. You can do baking soda with some water and make a paste and apply it to that outbreak. It's going to dry it out. You can also do apple cider vinegar, a cap of apple cider vinegar, and like 3 or 4 drops of tea tree oil and a warm bath with Epsom salt. That'll help dry it out. Also help if you have any type of discharge or anything like that. It help with that. But it also pretty much start speeding up the healing process, okay? Mm-hmm. Also, if you're aching or anything like that, the Epsom salt will help the aching or the pain that you may be having. Another thing is a mixture of tea tree oil and coconut oil. Mix them both together. Put a teaspoon of coconut oil and a couple of drops of tea tree oil. Mix them up. Get a Q-tip, apply them as many times as you want throughout the day. It is fine, okay? Do not just put tea tree oil on your skin. It can burn your skin, guys. And if it burns even with the coconut oil, just add more coconut oil to it, because essential oil can be very strong, and your skin can be very sensitive, especially if you got a very big open wound. It's going to burn or tingle a little. That's normal. Also, you can go online and get lemon balm as well. Mix it with coconut oil or another base, coconut oil, and apply it as well. What else you can do? If you're dealing with itching, you can get Dapper Rash for itching, or you can get the wipes that you can get them from Walmart. If you have a hernia, you can get those. That helps if you have it in your butt area. They asked me what I want to do for my birthday. I don't damn know. My friend asked me. And what else? Also, to keep it dry, use a blow dryer on the low temperature to blow dry it and keep it dry. It's very important to keep it dry, dry, dry. The longer you keep it dry, the more it heals. What else? Thinking, y'all. There's so many darn different tricks, and there's so many, it's unreal. But those are just as a couple. But like I said, if you're looking for anything that you want to use, go to the Amazon store. I have bit/I have it. Bit/I have it. Belize Spivey, all lowercase. It makes it easier. And is the water boiling? Jeez Louises. I'm sorry, y'all. Water taking forever. Okay. Cool beans. But back to the young lady with the friend and the doctor. Please let me know if that made sense to you, because I hope that made sense. Just know every doctor do different things. Don't expect every doctor to do the same thing. Every doctor is not going to do the same thing. Your doctors are not created equal. I have learned that. Doctors are not created equal. Okay. No, her primary doctor didn't prescribe her with medication, just told her that she had an SD and genital herpes too. Or I think one with cold sores around her mouth, but she said she don't have no outbreaks. Okay, if the doctor told her she had an STD, why didn't they not give her medicine? That's a red flag for me. If you come out of the doctor, that means she had gonorrhea, she had chlamydia. I'm sorry, y'all. She had gonorrhea, chlamydia, chances are, or trichomania. They should have gave her medicine instantly. So that's a red flag. Your friend need to go back to the doctor and get some medicine ASAP. And she should not be having sex with nobody. And whoever she messing with, she need to make sure they go get tested and make sure they get treated ASAP. Okay? Or she gonna end up keeping this virus. And gonorrhea, chlamydia is dangerous. It's very dangerous. Okay? So tell her to go back and get tested. Go back and get medicine. And I would tell her go back to the primary doctor because they the ones who seen it. Okay? So I would go tell her to go back and do that. And the genital herpes type 1, I think type 2 with the cold sores around her mouth. But she don't have to have an outbreak. That's what I was saying. The type 1, type 2 don't really make a difference. You're doing type 1 based off genital and doing type 2 based off genital, type 1 off oral. That's not a guarantee. If she ain't never had an outbreak, she don't know what she have. You're going based off the basic knowledge that they talked about, and that information is kind of none and void nowadays because you can get type 1 and type 2 anywhere. But my concern is really not the herpes for her. You know, she's not having outbreaks. My concern is the fact she have another STD and she don't have any medication. That's my concern. Tell her to go get some medication. She needs it ASAP. And as her friend, I really want you to tell her to go get that medication ASAP. That's way more important because the herpes is not bothering her right now. I have an issue around my period mostly. Have you heard of birth control helping with that? What you mean issue around your period? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by issue. What type of issue are you having? Yeah.
I'm going too fast.
And what happened?
I just went fast.
You were going fast, and what happened when you went fast?
I just went faster.
Okay, and then what happened? What happened? Did you bring your bike back in? Outbreaks. Okay. That's normal. It's because of your hormones. Your hormones is causing your outbreaks. That's just pretty much it. The most that you can do the birth control really, chances are it may not change anything, because I know some ladies, they birth control when they first get on it, because their hormones, it knocks their hormones off, or the hormones are too high, it can cause an outbreak. All I can tell you is to gear up before you have an outbreak. I mean, gear up before your period comes. That's all I can really tell you. So whatever your treatment plan is, you're up on that treatment plan and try to learn how to cut your outbreaks down, because hormones are what's called the imbalance is what's causing your outbreaks, and that's pretty much. And honestly, if you take out now, if you get on a birth control that cuts your periods off, then you're good. But that's not a guarantee for every woman. Stop yelling. Because I don't have a period. I'm on a Mirena and I don't have a period. It doesn't make a difference. Valtrex do not keep you from having outbreaks. They reduce the chance of having outbreaks. But if you trigger an outbreak, you trigger an outbreak. A lot of us are getting a little confused about that, thinking that, I'm taking medication and I'm taking these natural remedies and I shouldn't have no outbreaks. It's no cure for herpes, y'all. So it's to assist you with reducing one, but it's not a guarantee that you're not going to have one, especially if you are triggering it. Okay? Hope that gave y'all some clarity there, because I know a lot of people's like, well, I'm still having outbreaks. You're still having outbreaks because you're still triggering outbreaks. That's why you're still having outbreaks. You're welcome, sweetie. Then she went back to get tested with her OBGYN, and they said she just have herpes, but they said they don't know what type. It's not just showing. Well, because the test that they take and giving her is not showing it up. That's what I'm saying. Every doctor is not created equal. Some doctors, they do a little bit more than others. Her OBGYN is just not doing what her doctor's saying. I wouldn't even go back to the OB. They don't do what she needs. And honestly, it don't matter what type. That's what I'm telling to you earlier. It don't matter. I really want you to stop stressing that, because it don't make a difference, because she's not having outbreaks. So them telling her that type ain't gonna make a difference, because that's probably not what she's gonna have her site at. And I hope that makes sense to you. Yeah. You're stressing that, but it's not something to stress. She got to have an outbreak first. Right now, she just has herpes. That's it. And she won't know until she have an outbreak, which she may not have one. But if she thinks she have another STD, she need to make sure they test her for everything. And if it don't come back with nothing, I don't know what that was about. I have no clue what that was about. That's odd. It's very much odd. I don't play about other STDs, because they really can cause some issues. But if she's concerned, she can go to another doctor. Go to another clinic and get tested again. Chances are they're not going to test her nowhere else for herpes like that. The herpes been the one thing that's been consistent, but I would suggest that she go get tested for whatever that STD is that came back up, to make sure she really don't have it. And I'll say that. I will say that. So a good balance, hormone, less stress, a good diet tends to help lower outbreaks. For some people, everybody's different. Everybody's situation is different. Some people, because of what they're dealing with, for example, they birth control throw them off. Some ladies, since they got PCOS, and their hormones are off, that's causing them to have more outbreaks. Some people, because they have different conditions, like immune conditions, is causing them to have more outbreaks. Just because some people's life is a little bit stressful than others, it's causing them to have more outbreaks. Or people can have all those things I just said and just never have an outbreak. So honestly, guys, it's all situational. It's very important, and I stress this all the time. Learn your body for you. Don't try to learn this virus as general. This is not a general thank you. This is my mama kitchen, girl. This virus is not a general virus. It's not something that works across the board. What worked for me may not work for you. And that's the sucky part. Yeah, you're welcome. It sucks that way. But it just don't work like that. So that's why I tell people, make time to learn the virus for yourself. If you're not having outbreaks, you're not having outbreaks. It's important to keep it that way, but still taking the time to learn the virus, how it functions, places it can be. For individuals who not having outbreaks, most important for you is to try to prevent having outbreaks. Paying attention to your body if you see anything that's a little different or something you experience a little different. Um, to start a treatment plan and see if that's what's causing it. Not to be super paranoid about every bump and lump and stuff, because it could be anything, but still just being aware, and then disclosing is most important for you guys. I mean, for everybody it is, but it's just because you don't know what an outbreak looked like for you. No, type 1 and type 2 is not serious. Neither one of them, like, they the same. Truthfully, that's a good question. I'm happy you asked that, because some people think type 1 is less serious than type 2, and sadly to say, that's how I've been displayed, but it's not true. It's not true. Both are serious, truthfully, for either or. Some people it's worse for them. Type 1 is worse for some people. Type 2 is worse for some people. Quote unquote. I just say it's all about the site. Some people outbreaks are horrible. Some people's are not. Like mine, like I'm just getting over an outbreak now, and it was on my anus, but it was just itchy. It was just itchy. I knew it was coming on because I was concerned about some things. And I had a little friction, twerking, underwear rubbing against my butt. So I ended up having an outbreak right there. And it lasts about a week. But I put tea tree oil and coconut oil on it, and it was gone for me. But it wasn't that bad. I have learned to, I say this, my pain tolerance is high, a little bit higher than some. And we got to consider that. Some people's pain tolerance is really low. It doesn't make a difference. You get a scratch, you cry. I ain't against it. Everybody's different. Hold on, y'all. But everybody's different. So it's all about your pain level. And also about what you do on a daily. Some people do a lot of moving, some people don't. What I do, I I do Amazon, so I do a lot of moving, so it can get irritating doing all that moving and sweating, but I just sucked it up and I kind of ignored it. I did have moments like, it's irritating, but what you focus on, you give energy. So I try not to give it so much energy. That's the most important part. Let me go back up, y'all. She have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so they will test her for everything at the health department. Good. Okay, wow. Kissing your kids. Can you speak on this, please? Yes, I kiss my kids with no problem. I tell anybody, because I have both types, quote unquote, but I never had an oral outbreak before. All my outbreaks are genital, so I really don't concern myself with oral. And I'll tell anybody, if you have both types, focus on what you see more than what you don't see, because you can't really do much about it. So if you do have outbreaks orally, what I will tell you is, do not kiss your child when you have any type of symptoms, itching, burning, any of that stuff that you're having an outbreak. Do not kiss your child when you have a physical outbreak and you see it. Do not kiss your child, and do not share cups at that given moment. Okay, it's not a guarantee that it's going to pass, but the virus, especially if you're having it out, like literally it's like gooping and all that other stuff, that can go into a surface. It don't live long on the surface, but it can. Kids, they'll try to slip your cup real quick. That's just a time that I will say do not share at that time. But outside of that, you're fine. If you don't see anything, you're good. If you're not feeling anything, you're good. And you're good. Like, you can kiss them then. But outside of, I say focus more on when you are having an outbreak. That's when it's most contagious. And sadly to say, that's when the kids are getting the virus, because people are kissing them because they don't know cold sores and fever blisters are herpes. And it can be very dangerous to infants. It can kill infants because this virus is not made for an infant. So I will tell you, if you have infants, I will tell you, if you have any, like, having cold sores like that, do not kiss your child then. When they're all gone, cool. You're cool. But I wouldn't say kiss them on the mouth. Do not kiss them on the mouth. But other than that, you're fine. You're fine outside that. And you can take the antivirals. And if you want to help with the shedding, antivirals and olive leaf abstract to assist you too. Right, this virus is a bee. It moves to different spots when it wants to. Pretty much, it do what it want. It pretty much do. 1 second it could be on one area, and another second it could be somewhere else. It tends to do that. So don't think you're crazy thinking like, oh my God, I passed the virus to another location of my body. No, you didn't. You really didn't. You really didn't. That didn't happen. It just shifted. That's all. It just shifted. That happens. So don't freak yourself out. Now it's different if it's like, oh, it's down there and all of a sudden it seems like it's on your mouth. I can see how you're concerned, but if it's moving around where you typically have your outbreaks, then it's just shifting around a little. You say you're really real. Wow. Yes, this is not the end. People that have HIV have a lot more to deal with. If people had STDs, just stop. That guy and that guy do. Thank God that you don't have HIV. I don't like that comment because at the end of the day, I have a friend who have HIV. I have many friends who have HIV, and they're living a better life than half of the people who have herpes. They live better lives than many of us because, truthfully, they have way more support. They do. They have way more information. People are not looking down at them like that, like they do to us, and things like that. So yeah, this is not a big deal, quote unquote. HIV nowadays is not a big deal either because truthfully, if you get undetectable, you won't pass the virus. We don't have an undetectable state. We can't take a pill, take some pills, get ourselves good, and it's no undetectable state. Truthfully, I'm going to keep it really real with y'all. We don't have that compared to other people. So they got it good. I ain't even gonna lie. On the slick slide, their stuff got so good. They even got prep now to prevent people who don't have it to never get it. Like, I can't wait till we get to that state that we can give people prep or give them something to prevent it. And then we can get on something to prevent us from passing the virus. That's what I want for us. So I understand where you're coming from and I understand how you're trying to encourage, but that's not encouraging to us because at the end of the day, we do not have half of the support or half of the education that they have right now. But it took them years to get that because they fought for it. And if we want that same type of support, that same type of information, that same type of research going, we're going to have to fight, which we do have many herpes activists out here doing everything they can to push it, but it got to include all of us, not just me and, this guy named Rich and Janelle and a lot of other of us who are out here doing it, and Courtney and a couple of more out here doing it. It got to include the people who are suffering. It's people out here suffering every day and not opening their mouths because they're so scared about what people are going to say, and you're suffering and you're wondering why is nothing happening for you because you're not saying anything. We got to say something. We want change. That's the same thing. That's what happened with HIV. People were dying. People were like, so much stuff was going on. So they marched, they fought, they threw ashes on the door in the White House lawn. They did whatever they felt like was necessary. And look at them now. Many people are undetectable. They have PrEP now. Like dating somebody with HIV and they undetectable, you will never get the virus. And on PrEP, you will never get the virus. And y'all live a regular life, ain't like y'all don't even have an STD. Like it's just like that now. So for us, I wish it was like that, but it's not like that yet because it's so many. I'm not sure. It's uncertain. It's different for everybody thing. And honestly, that's what's causing us the big issues because everything is so uncertain. Nothing's certain. The medicine don't work for everybody. Some people, the antivirals make their hair fall out. Some people, they're concerned about it messing with their kidneys and stuff like that. Some people are concerned it makes them sick or give them headaches. Some people, it don't help at all. Just because some people got some health conditions, like I was saying earlier, it's just causing their body to go rampant. And they're having outbreaks back to back to back to back to back. I know some individuals who don't have outbreaks for months. Constant, coming and going, coming and going, because of just the type of lifestyle they have. And it's hard to stop it. It's some people who are having bad leg pains, and it ain't much we can do. So honestly, as much as we say it's no big deal, it is a big deal for some people because honestly, this virus is whooping their tail. It's whooping their tail. That's what they say, not true. That's what they say, not true. Wear a condom, walk in death. What are you talking about, walk in death? Wake up. Please wake up. I'm sorry, wake up. You always use protection, duh. Come on now. But at the end of the day, if they're undetectable, they're not passing the virus. I really want you to do some research. I have friends who have HIV, okay? And they're in better relationships than men. They married, having kids and everything. They are fine. And honestly, as we know, herpes we ain't even protected with a condom. They better off with a condom than we are. So I understand how you're feeling and talking about HIV, and I don't know what your feel all about HIV is, but I want to tell you something. We have more concern than people with HIV. I'm just going to be completely honest. We do. We really do, pertaining to how do we protect our people. It's a little bit more difficult because condoms are not 100%. A condom with them is great. It's a big protection for them on top of taking their medication and prep. We don't have all that. All we have is condoms and some medicine that sometimes do the damn job. Sometimes. It's not a guarantee. It's no guarantee on our end. And this is not to scare people, but this is the truth. And this is stuff I like to talk about because a lot of people want to go back and forth pertaining to stuff. But our situation is different because we don't have that much information or support on our side that other people do. We just don't. And on top of that, we got a stupid stigma telling us we hoes, telling us we disgusting and nasty, and that we've been with everybody. Hey, love. And just because you have HIV don't mean you dying. Please stop that. That bothers my soul when people say that. People ain't really dying for HIV like that anymore. If they are, they simply, half the time, they're not taking care of themselves. If you take care of yourself, you'll be fine. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take that personal because I have many friends who have it. Many friends. So I'm not the person to want to come and try to jump on bandwagon. I'm not a bandwagon girl. So if that's what you're looking for, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And this ain't the channel for it. I don't like that at all. I'm here to support individuals who have herpes, and I am here to educate y'all about HIV because many people are just don't know anything. I understand you don't want another person to feel bad, but don't throw another person under the bus for the sake of trying to make us feel good. That ain't making us feel good. We still got an STD. Don't make a difference. We still feel the way we feel. Sorry, y'all. Kind of got into my feelings. I don't like that. Because they think it's not a big deal. We can't die from it. It comes and goes. I wonder if will work against this virus land on the end of the... I'm not sure. That's the thing. It's research that has to be done. And it's research being done. I don't want y'all to think nothing's happening. It's stuff that's being done. It's just not fast enough. Oh, I got grease. Well, not yet, baby. Close the door. That's the thing. It's kind of difficult. This virus is interesting because it's on the nerve endings, and this virus likes to reproduce itself. It attaches itself to new cells, and then it goes dormant, and then you can't find it, and that makes it very difficult to get rid of. So the best thing for them to do, which based off the research I have seen, and talking to people who are really like on the side of the vaccine or looking for a cure, we're gonna have to get we need a vaccination, basically giving you the virus to kind of keep the virus from recopying itself. We got to stop it from copying itself, and when you copy itself, that's when it activates. That's when you have an outbreak. So yeah, guys, it's something, but it's moving. We're gonna get there. I just feel like until we get there, we're gonna have to get stuff before we get there, and that's us educating ourselves and also fighting to get more education and simply supporting each other through it and also educating people around you, because I'm telling you, people say ignorant stuff all the time, not because they want to, it's just because they think they know and they don't. So you ain't got to tell nobody you had a virus, just correct them. Like you'll correct them about something else, correct them about this. And they can argue with you back and forth, but at the end of the day, when you got the information, you're like, well, that's not true. I'm just telling you that's not the truth. Just want to educate you. You know, you can believe what you want to believe, but I'm just, you know, clearing it up for you. And a lot of us are too scared to do that because, like, they don't think I'll have it. They don't think you have it when you defend somebody who got other situation. They don't care. So defend the situation. If you want the information to change, if y'all want us to stop feeling the way we feel, we need to, we have to educate. Nothing's going to change if we don't educate. We have to, okay, we have to have a bigger support group with this STD. It's no joke. Just how HIV is big, herpes and other STDs needs to be the same. Yeah, it's a process though. It's a process. The thing about the herpes community is pretty big. It's just we all just not all together. That's the thing. There's so many different groups. If you're on Facebook, it's so many groups it's unreal. It's so many groups it's unreal. I mean, I created my own group just because of the energy that I wanted to create for the individuals who follow me. Many of the other support groups you can't find. They're hard to find. I'm like one of many if you follow any other herpes activists who have groups. But y'all only finding those groups because we're out. It's hard to find a group if you never found me, it's hard for you to find a group. I think that's the downside of herpes because it's hard to find groups. Like, you'll be searching forever and the information online, half of those groups don't even exist anymore. But it is like support groups, like supportgroup.com. They're really good. I used them when I first found out. And they have groups for herpes and, you know, everything separately. And I truly believe it's good to have everything separate. Every situation is different. Kind of everybody want to be where they need the help, not where they don't need the help. So you kind of like keep everybody separate so everybody kind of talk about whatever they need to talk about separately and have the support that they need separately. I feel like too much going on causes too many issues. Cause so many issues. Oh. This salmon's about to be, oh boy, y'all. But I understand what you say. I love the support. I'm coming to Atlanta next month, first time. Yay! I'm excited. Welcome to the A. Any other questions, guys? Concerns? What the hell is my mom? She been gone, y'all. I supposed to went to work this morning. I woke up, that lady was not here. I could not go to work this morning because she was not at the house. I don't know where the heck she went. I can't miss tomorrow. Ooh, the salmon smell good. I know I love me some Publix, y'all. I don't buy everything out of Publix, but they meats and stuff are so good. Good and fresh. This salmon's about to be on point. Any other questions, y'all? Questions, concerns, worries? Anything else? Sorry, y'all. So how did you avoid passing to your ex? LOL. I'm not a stalker. I just watched some of your videos and you mentioned him. Oh, girl, I used to be married, so yeah, I'm gonna mention him. But I avoid passing to him because I mean I knew my body. I paid attention to my body. I did not have sex with him if I had any tingles, anything like that. And that's pretty much it, because I don't take no antivirus. I'm not a pill popper. I don't like pills. I never have been. I have to be in excruciating pain for me to finally take something. So I wasn't that type of girl. But my whole thing was, number one was truthfully disclosing to him and making sure he understood what he was getting involved with, which he didn't care. And then just not having sex with him when I had any symptoms. That was just pretty much it. It wasn't no guarantee that I wasn't gonna pass it to him, but I just never did. Just never did. I ended up getting type 1 from him down the line, which I didn't know he had, and he didn't either, sadly to say. But like I told y'all earlier, it didn't affect me. I don't have any cold sores. I think I get type 1 and type 2 genital. I think I got both, truthfully. I truly do believe that. But there's no way to prove that. I have to get it swabbed, but it ain't that serious to me. But that's it. I just didn't have sex with him when I had an outbreak. That's it. Y'all think it's this big secret. It's no big secret. It's really not. No big secret exists. It's just, I didn't. Is it a guarantee I could have? Yeah. I mean, it was a possibility, but there's no guarantee that you will. There's no guarantee that you won't. You really got to wrap around your head is, I need to tell the person so they can understand the risk that they're taking on. And if they get it, it's just because it happened, not because I tried. Were you embarrassed when you came clean about your herpes? No. By then, I finally decided that I wanted to come out. I mean, I had days of like, oh my God, what is people thinking? But I did it for the sake of you guys. I didn't truly have to. I worried about it, but I didn't. I wouldn't have came. I dealt with all of the worry and the concern more of that before I told everybody. By the time I came out, I was just nervous about what people were going to think. But by then, I already outed myself and I kept doing what I was doing. So, I mean, I was embarrassed. If I was so embarrassed, I would have never did it. Y'all would never found me. So, I was more embarrassed prior to telling it. Because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to, what people going to think, whatever. So, that's what kept me for so long from not telling anybody. But then I finally told it. By then, I was like, whatever. I'm doing what's best for people. Y'all need support. And nobody who looked like me was doing it. So, I was like, I'll out myself. I'll be all right. I ain't gonna lie, I really wasn't the girl that people kind of mess with like that. I was kind of like the out, say what I want to say type chick, so nobody really said much to me. Close the door. Yeah, so. But I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous, but I did it because I knew people needed the support. Do you still talk to blank a friend? Huh? Say that again. Do you still talk to as a friend? Who as a friend? What? No. Go wash your hands. Okay. Are you going back outside?
No.
If you're going back outside, you need to go. But when you come in the house, you eat dinner. Close the door, Angelo. No, he ain't no friend. He's my ex. He's my child's father. We're not friends. I'm not a strong believer in being friends with exes. For what? I ain't with you. I don't need you as a friend. I'm just being honest. I am not a friend with my ex type shit. He's my ex-husband. I don't need you as a friend. If I wanted you as a friend, I would stay married to you. I don't need that. We are cordial. We are great co-parenters. We talk pertaining to our son. Anything pertaining to like friends or something like that we were both friends with, we may talk about that. But he in a whole relationship. I respect his relationship. Even with my oldest son, his baby mama, his wife is my baby mama. I love her. I talk to her and all that. But I ain't friends with my exes. None of them. Even the last one I just had. I don't talk to him like that no more. For what? I don't believe in that. We gonna be together or we ain't together. We gonna be friends or we not friends. But when you cross over that boyfriend and we ain't talk no more, we ain't got nothing to talk about. We broke up for a reason. That's just my motto. I don't have time for that. That in between, we been intimate or I don't been with you in some type of way. Feelings been there. I don't play with my feelings. I don't play with my feelings, so I don't do it. I don't need you as a friend. We just gonna keep it cordial, girl. That's just my motto. That's not everybody's motto, but that's mine, and it works very great for me. I just don't waste my time dealing with people like that when it ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. I just refuse to have my feelings involved with people who have hurt me before. I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't waste my time. Any other questions, y'all? Any other questions? I'm almost done with all my dinner, y'all. I'm almost done with dinner. Y'all let me finish up this dinner. Any other questions, y'all? Turned out good. Anybody else? Don't be scared. I still need to do my hair. Who want to do my hair? I sure don't want to do it. I'm being lazy. I'm being lazy. I should have been did my hair. Didn't want to do it. Any other question? I'm about to go back to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I don't think so. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Hey, girl! I know I can't wait to come to New York. I'm excited. I am coming in September. September 12th and 13th. So if you're in New York, I can't wait to meet you guys. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I was just looking at my tickets this past week. I need to buy. I don't like flying Delta, but I will be flying Delta. Oh my God, I can't wait to meet you. My birthday is the week before before your event. Yay! Turn up. My birthday's coming. My birthday is on the 27th. I'll be 30, y'all. And I have no clue what I want to do for my birthday. I have no earthly idea. I don't know what I want to do. I'm not a big birthday person. I never really have. But it's my big 30th, so I don't know what I want to do, y'all. I really wanted to go to Belize this year, but it did not work out the way I wanted to. My grandma got really sick and passed, so that kind of switched things around for me. So I didn't plan it like I wanted to, so I don't know. I don't know. That salmon gonna be on point, y'all. I can taste it. It's gonna be so good. Any other questions, y'all? Questions, concerns? Thank you for everybody who asked the question. I appreciate you guys. I hope I answered y'all questions fully. But I don't think y'all got any more questions, so I'm not gonna hold y'all. He said, wait, what's wrong with Delta? LOL, I always fly Delta. I just don't like Delta. I'm in Atlanta. They like control Atlanta. I had a bad experience on Delta, but right now Delta is the best flight to go nonstop to New York. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I typically do Southwest or JetBlue.
I
Hmm.
just came here.
Hmm.
I just came here.
Let me go get that water out of my room. But I seem like I'll be flying Delta. That flight is not that bad. It is. I can't find non-stop flights. Nobody else. It's crazy. What advice would you give to a person that's healing from being rejected due to letting a guy know about her health status? Most importantly is understanding that he has the right to tell you it's okay. Like, he don't want to deal. I think some of us think, like, we really do think, like, people have to accept us. And that's something we mentally have to accept, that everybody has the right to choose. You don't, sometimes people don't tell you why they choose. But I'm going to tell you a reason why most dudes don't. Most dudes don't because they don't get it. They don't understand the virus. They may have other things going on. Or they always tell themselves, I just don't want to deal with it. That's fine. Everybody had a right to choose that. Another reason is because they don't know if y'all going to be permanent. Are y'all going to make it? Like, sad to say, relationships are not making it. So some people like, I don't want to take the risk of being with somebody who have something and we don't make it and I mess around and get it. And now I got to deal with it and we ain't together no more. So that's another concern what some people think. But the most important thing is just understanding that it's not the end. Like, he has the right to choose and you have the right to move forward. It's not the end, sweetie. I know it hurts. It's going to hurt. I'm not saying it don't hurt, but it ain't much you can do but to understand that he has the right to choose. And I think sometimes we just feel like, well, I'm this and I'm that. And you're right. You're a great person. You have a lot to offer. But he had a right to choose and walk forward. And you have the right to kind of get yourself back up and say, you know what? That's one down. It's too many fish in the sea, y'all. It's so many people out here. It's unreal. Everybody's not like that. And I think what your biggest struggle is going to be is to think that everybody going to do you like that. Everybody's not going to do like that. And my whole thing is, same way that you got rejected from a job, what you do, you got in your feelings a little bit and you kept applying. Same way. You get in your feelings a little bit and you get back out there and keep dating. Because at the end of the day, if you want to be in a relationship and that's what you desire, you're going to have to keep on going until you find it. So it's not a really I won't say fully advice thing. It's more of a mindset thing. A mindset thing is, okay, I'm going to take some no's. I'm going to take some no's. We all take no's in life. And a lot of us don't like taking no's when it comes to our relationships. When it comes to our romantic life, we want everything to go as planned. We want everything to be easy. We kind of want it to flow. And it don't work like that. I don't care if you didn't have herpes. Relationships are not easy. Period. Finding somebody worth your time is not easy if you have nothing or not. You can get ghosted and you good. I mean, you got everything to offer and he disappear on you and you never know why. So I just really want you to understand that he has the right to want to not move forward and don't let his one no stop you from moving forward. Like, get back out there. I had situations with guys like, nah, I don't want to deal. I don't want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, it hurt my feelings. So, like, I really like him and stuff like that. But I had to understand he had the right to choose, He had the right to choose. And I can't do nothing but respect his choice and go back out here and find somebody who's okay with it. And I did. This don't bother everybody, but don't put his decision and make it seem like it's everybody's decision. It's not everybody's decision. Everybody don't think the way he do. Everybody don't feel the way he do. And as women, we're just not used to taking a no. We're not used to it on the regular. Especially when it comes to certain things like that. Especially when we never had to deal with rejection this heavy. We're not used to it. We used to reject the guys. So us being rejected is hard. It's very hard on us. But we as women got to not clunk it together and think everybody think the same and everybody the same. Everybody ain't the same and everybody ain't thinking the same. Get back out here, shake it off and move forward. Dudes get rejected on the daily. And they shake it off and they move on. It hurt their feelings as much as it hurt yours. But you have to just get on back out here and give it another try. He said, dang, I'm driving right now. Yes, I agree, but I pray I don't get into a relationship and he choose to tell others. My whole thing is, I'm going to tell you something. If you worried about him telling somebody, you ain't ready to be in a relationship. I'm going to be telling you this. Like, we get so bogged down with the things that really don't make a difference. My whole thing, if he in a relationship with you, why is he going to tell your business? That's his business to tell. He's not going to want to tell everybody y'all business. I'm being honest, like, everybody ain't trying to walk around and tell everybody what they in relationship with. Like, some people just don't want people in their relationships. So don't assume that that's what he gonna do. And if he do, you probably never will find out. I'm gonna tell you something. And I think I like to put this in perspective. You know how many times you don't told your boyfriend business before? Just because you want to tell your girlfriend or girl, I need to tell somebody, I need some advice. And it wasn't in a nasty way. It was just like, girl, he told me this. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to support him. He could do the same thing. Like he go to his homeboy, he go to his brother, like, bro, you know, I'm with this girl, whatever. How do I deal with this? And his friend is just really, his cousin or his brother is just really supportive. And that's it. And they're going to respect it and move on. Everybody is not malicious. Everybody's not nasty. And if you think everybody's malicious is nasty, you're not ready for a relationship. You really not. You can't have in the back of your mind, I don't trust nobody. Like, if you don't trust nobody, you can't be with nobody. You have to trust that your partner loves you enough and respect not to tell nobody. And if they choose to tell somebody, the chances are they're not going to tell you told them because they know how you feel. So my whole thing is half the time people, when they do tell, it's not always in a malicious way. It's more of a support. You're assuming that if somebody want to be in a relationship with you, then they're not going to tell nobody they're around to get support. They need support just like you need support. They want to have somebody to go to about their own fears and their own concerns and have somebody to vent on. They don't just want you. I ain't trying to be mean, but nobody just want to talk to you about herpes and they ain't got it. They want to have a friend or somebody like that. So you can't really expect, and I really want us to get out of here. You can't expect nobody to never tell nobody. Like, that's not realistic. But it's really not realistic for you to expect somebody not to tell somebody. We have all told something in a relationship. We all have done it. And we ain't always done it in a malicious way. We just did it because we need the support. And you told that one person that you trust will never tell your business. And they did it. And if they did, you never found out. I mean, you just never found out. You know, so I'm going to tell you this. Stop worrying about that. My whole thing is worry about having a really healthy relationship and trusting your partner. Your partner's going to have friends and they're going to have people that they need consoling. Let them get consoled just like you get consoled. Because when y'all get into an argument, what you going to do? You're going to call your homegirl and you're going to tell her what happened to get support. Same way he going to probably do to call a homeboy. Everything ain't about telling your business or making you look crazy or trying to be mean. It's not always that. We all need support. We all do. We all need support. So I just want us to feel that, because sometimes we think people are being mean, and everybody's not being mean. We just need support, y'all. Good evening. Hey, everyone. Hey. Yeah. Use that. Fair. True. Absolutely. Okay. Agree. Okay. Cool beans. I just want you to understand, like, everybody not like that. And I wish you well in your relationship. Whatever relationship, you know, when you get into one, you're going to be good. And for my individuals who have been in a relationship that you have been with somebody who told, or you had friends who tell, I'm going to tell you something that they really was finding a situation that kind of like tear you down. You got to understand, many times you know when you around people who like to tear you down. They tear you down without having no information. They tell you this, they tell you that, they tell you ain't worth it. You telling you ain't worth my time. They tell you those stuff prior. So as soon as they got an inkling of something that can really devastate you or hurt you, they're going to take it and they're going to run with it. So I really want us to understand, if you're with somebody now or been with somebody, or I'm going to say now, if you're in a relationship now or talking to somebody now who puts you down now, don't disclose to them. Don't disclose to them. You will be foolish to disclose to them. If they treat you like crap prior to your disclosure, or even before, just say if you were in a relationship with them and you chose to disclose after, like you told them after, and they said, you need to leave them alone. You need to leave them alone, because those people are dangerous. Like, they will literally try to do stuff to hurt you. And honestly, you can get past, you know, being outed and all this stuff. I know many women who have. It's hard, but it's possible to move forward. But you can prevent it if you just get away from people like that. If you with people who belittle you, you with people who treat you like crap, if you with people who name call, don't deal with those people, y'all. Listen, I know a lot of us struggle with things from the past, being abused, you know, just things that happen in your life. You got to stand up one day and say, I'm tired of this and I'm not dealing with it anymore. And it's going to start with you making the decision not to be with people like that or be around people like that or have those type of people in your life. And if you choose to keep having those type of people in your life, the consequences of you being hurt is up to you now. It's you now, because at the end of the day, you keep letting them in. We can't keep letting people in like that. And pay attention to the signs. If they disrespect you once, they're going to disrespect you again. I promise you. It ain't gonna stop. Folks try you. They want to see how far they can go. If they can call you a B once, they'll try to call you a B again. If they can hit you once, best believe they're gonna try to knock you out again. Y'all, please pay attention to warning signs. Pay attention to red flags. Please use your discernment. Please, like, if you feel like something's going on, the chances are something's going on. And sometimes stop trying to prove yourself that there's something going on. Leave. You're like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable. It's something about you I don't like. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to walk away now before I have to find out what it is. A lot of us stay in situations trying to figure out or trying to prove yourself. Like, I knew you was cheating. Girl, if you knew he was cheating, then why you stay and find out he cheated? It gonna devastate you more because your intuition went right. Like, if you feel like he's doing something, chances are he is doing something. It may not be to the extreme like you think, but if you feel like he's doing something, walk away then. You ain't got to find out if he's doing something. I'm tired of everybody think you need proof. You don't need no goddamn proof. Walk away. Proof literally make the situation worse. Now you crying and whining and snotty nose and you feel like your life is over because you knew for a fact he was cheating. I knew this whole time. Well, if you knew this whole time, why did you stay? Walk away. Yes, baby.
I need to get inside.
Why? Walk away. I'm just trying to tell y'all. A lot of us stay in stuff we ain't got to stay in. And I'm preaching to the choir. Been there, done that, y'all. That's why I just don't deal with stuff like that no more. I don't deal. I walk away early. I'm like, oh, see red flags. I'm out. This is got to go. You're not worth my time. Not worth my energy. I ain't trying to argue with you. I ain't trying to fight with you. I ain't trying to cry over you. I ain't trying to worry about you. I am not doing this to myself. But a lot of us just want to be in a relationship so bad that we don't walk away. Guys, walk away. Walk away. You ain't got to be with somebody so bad. My whole thing, you're going to be with somebody worth it. Don't be with somebody who ain't worth it. It's better to be by yourself than being in a bad relationship any day. Bad relationship is hard to shake, y'all. Bad relationship is hard to shake. It's not something you don't forget. It causes you to be insecure. It causes you to be paranoid. Cause you not to trust people like that anymore, or even to a point where you start sabotaging good relationships or distance yourself or getting depressed and all this other stuff because you just think everybody bad and everybody's not like that and everybody not like that. But you have to get that in your mind. But bad relationships, they'll scar you, man. They'll put a big old scar on your heart. So if you can get out early, get out, please. Stay out of them early. Pay attention to the signs. It's so funny, y'all. I just watched Get Out with my oldest son. And it was the red flags, man. It was red flags from the get-go. As soon as that girl said she didn't tell her parents that you was black, I said, I ain't going. I ain't going. I said, you know what? This relationship going to end right now. Because you ain't going to tell me. You not going to tell your parents that I'm black. And you bringing me all the way up to this lake house. And ain't nobody up there? No, red flag. That was number one. I would have unpacked that bag and told my homie I ain't going. She'd have been mad at me that day because I wouldn't went. I said, you know what? Matter of fact, what we're going to do is get on this phone. We're going to have a real conversation before we get up there. And if they don't feel comfortable, I don't feel they vibe, I ain't coming. I ain't coming. That's things that you got to pay attention to. Like people not telling information. Why? It's not important, lies. It is important. Certain stuff you just need to know. The movie was good, y'all. I gotta watch Us next. Anybody watch Us? What y'all think about it? I'm like so late. I'm real behind on Get Out. That movie been out for years, but it took me for weeks to watch it. Probably a month. But it was good. You got that friend who always tell you don't do stuff and you do it anyway. His friend was on it. He said, she's crazy. Let's see friends, y'all. Friends don't be mad. They just see stuff you don't see. They ain't jealous either. Friend saved his whole life. Any other questions, y'all? Kind of went on a tangent. Anybody seen Us? No! Somebody tell me. You may see Us. I haven't seen it. Anybody seen Annabelle? I tell you, if they come up with another Annabelle, I tell you the truth. It don't seem like the last two Annabelles. That doll is creepy as crap. I don't like dolls. I ain't like Chucky doll. Mm-mm. And that joint's based off a true story. I'm good. I am so good. And they keep on bringing it up. I'm good. Good, bro. I'm good. That dog, she out here slaying folks' lives, man. Witchcraft is real. I guess nobody's seen Us. Nobody. Nobody want to break down the movie for me? Because I am confused. I don't watch videos, YouTube videos, trying to understand some of the stuff. I'm confused. I don't get it. I guess I have to see the whole movie to kind of get the grips. I think my son's coming in the house. You coming in the house? You bring your bike in? Your brother brought his bike in? Okay. He said, I don't watch nothing to do with witchcraft. Girl, it's crazy, okay? I tend to not either. I watched Annabelle a long time ago. And I was creeped out. And I try not to watch too much of that crap. It's crazy. People don't think witchcraft is real. It's real. Baby, it didn't close. You need to make sure you close. Make sure your bike and all that stuff is out the way.
Yes, I pushed it.
No, because then the garage door would close. Something's blocking it. Make sure there's nothing sitting in front of the light. Well, all right, guys. Y'all ain't trying to talk to me, so I'm about to go. I'm got these bags under my eyes, y'all. But, you about to watch Us in a minute. What you about to watch it on? It's on Netflix already. Yeah. Close the garage. I mean, close the door. I close it. Go take a bath. Angelo, go take a bath. Because you sweating. What you watching Us on? Did you go to Redbox or something? Because I know it's in Redbox. I don't think it's on Netflix already. Netflix don't move that quick no more. I don't think. Oh my God. Well, thank y'all for being with me for this hour. Talking and stuff. So I love y'all. Y'all know where to find me if y'all need me. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.